Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to your third lesson of, learning Italian. So, today we have, first of all, regular verbs in are. So, in the infinitive. The infinitive, it's not like, it's not the same as in the English. In Italian, we have three types of infinitive, and they are categorized by their ending, so the desinence. Some end in are, like this, some end in ere, and some in ire. For now, we're just gonna see are. So, how do we conjugate the verbs in Italian? It's not as simple as English, as it is in English, but it's not that difficult. So here we have the present simple of the verb parlare. This means to talk, to speak in Italian. And as we can see here, we have the persons, so io, I, tu, you, lui, lei, she, noi, we, voi, you, plural, loro, they. And we basically take away are from parlare, so we are left with the root of the verb parl, and we are gonna add the desinence. The desinence is based on the person that we are talking about. So for the present simple is io parlo, I speak, tu parli. So first of all, in the first person, I add o, removing are, adding o at the end. Second person, I remove are as well, always remove the desinence of the infinitive, and I add I, pronounced in Italian, tu parli. Lui, lei parla, so she parla, talks, speaks. And so here we add a. Then we have noi parliamo, we speak. So the desinence is iamo in this case. Then we have voi parlate. So the desinence is ate in this case. You, plural, speak. And then we have loro parlano. So they speak. Always try and repeat after me when I read out loud an Italian, phrase or either a word. Maybe try and repeat always. Try and shadow what I say. So, okay, here we have seen the desinences. These are for the regular verbs in are, in the first, in the present simple for all the persons we have seen. So remember these desinences. These are although only for regular verbs. And then here we have some common verbs, verbi di uso comune. So verbs that are commonly used in Italian, so that we see frequently. And these are all, fortunately, there are some that are actually, regular. So they follow the same rule. So if it was io parlo, tu parli, lui, lei parla, noi parliamo, voi parlate, loro parlano, it's with abitare, so to live, to reside. It's io abito, taking away are and putting the desinence that's coherent with the person in that verbal tense. So in this case, present simple, it's for the first person I, io, o as a desinence. So io abito, tu abiti, lui, lei abita, noi abitiamo, voi abitate, loro abitano. So you see, it's the same as here. In the red, we have the desinences that we ought to add. Okay, so abitare, we have said, is to live, to reside. Lavorare, another verb, is to work. Then we have studiare. This one is self-explanatory. It's very similar to the English, is to study. Mangiare, this one you're probably gonna use a lot since we are talking about Italian, and it's to eat. Then we have guardare. This means to watch, to look. For example, I will use it to say I'm watching the TV. Sto guardando la televisione. Just to give you an example. Then we have ascoltare. This means to listen. Then we have comprare, to buy. Then we have giocare, to play. Then we have amare. This one you have probably already heard. It means to love. Then we have parlare, like we have seen before, is to speak. Okay, and then here we have something else that is not correlated to the verbs, not at all. So it's the it says basically l'accordo dell'aggettivo. So it means like the adjective needs to go accordingly. So the adjective needs to go accordingly to what? You could ask me. It needs to go accordingly to the gender and numbers, a number of the nouns. So for example, we have seen before casa as a noun. It means, let's see if you remember, yeah, right, home or house. And so rossa, it means red. In this case, it ends with an A because it's in the feminine version of the color. Rossa. If it was masculine, like here, it would have been rosso. So you see, it changes based on the noun. So remember this basically. Here we have a few examples, but it's all the same. So I'm not gonna go through all of them. But you know, when you have singular masculine noun, you're gonna use a singular and masculine adjective. And same thing if it's feminine and singular. Feminine and singular adjective as well. And if it's plural, the same, you know. Okay, and then we have some common adjectives that, you know, you can find a lot everywhere, basically, in the spoken Italian and as well in the written. So we have grande, it means big, and piccolo, this means small. Then we have bello, beautiful, brutto, ugly. Then we have buono, good, cattivo, bad, or evil even. Nuovo, so new. And then we have vecchio, old. And then we have colors, so rosso, as we have seen before, for red. Giallo, this means yellow. Nero, you probably know already, it means black. Then bianco, you probably know already as well, because it's even similar to Spanish, and you probably have heard it, I mean, somewhere. Bianco is white. Then we have verde, green, and then we have blue. This one, I mean, you know obviously what that is. It's blue. Rosa. You probably know Avatar, by the way, so you know what blue is. Or the song by Eiffel 65, Blue. I'm blue, you know that song. Really good. Then we have rosa. It's very similar to rosso, but it's not rosso, so red in the feminine, because red in the feminine and singular has this double S, and this doesn't have it. So rosa means pink. And then we have viola. That means purple. Okay, and yeah, okay, we are pretty much done today. Here we have just some phrases, like for example, dove abiti. This means where do you live? Che lavoro fai? What work do you do? What is your job, basically? Parli altre lingue? Do you speak other languages? And then this student, hypothetical student, says Abito a Firenze, so I live in Florence. In una casa piccola, this means a small house. And lavoro in un ufficio nuovo, this means I work in a new office. Parlo inglese e studio l'italiano. So I speak English and I study Italian. And okay, so we are done for today. See you next time.